Yeah, I mean, it's not the form that I thought this video would be coming in, but I don't know what else to record today, so this is what it is. We're playing Super Smash Brothers. Hold on. For Wii U! I was waiting for it to load. I did not expect it to take that long, but I should have been used to the long waiting times in these modern Smash games. But here we are, Smash 4. Let's talk about it. I got every character except, I believe, Rob. And let's just play. Genuinely, I'm just gonna play a game against. I'm gonna do 3 stock because I'm not a baby. I'm not a baby. And can I have, yeah, stock and time? We'll set that to 7. It's not gonna go to time. It's not gonna go to time. But oh my god, I have not played this game genuinely since like 2022. And check out all these stages. I'm just gonna go random. I don't think I have random stage. Nope. I was about to say I don't think I have random stage switch set to legal stages. I didn't. But this is so cool. Perfect pivoting. Perfect pivoting. This game feels good, by the way. Like, people always complain about like Ultimate feeling like muddy, you know, not controlling well. This game controls well, and I will always say that. You can say whatever you want about the gameplay of this game. You're probably right. If you actually played the game, you're probably right. Because there are myriad problems with Smash 4. I'm not gonna pretend like it's a perfect game, but I do really enjoy it. And it feels good to be playing it again. It is really weird. You notice I'm getting beat up by this Roy CPU. That is precisely because of that weirdness. Kill him off the side. Let's go. Oh, okay. But yeah, this was my first sort of game that I like. It was a Smash game that I tried to take seriously and like be competitive in. I didn't go to any tournaments. I didn't know about any tournaments in my country. I didn't know anything about like going to tournaments or like where to look to find them. And honestly, until like 2 years ago, I was in the same position, right? I didn't go to a single Ultimate or Melee tournament until 2022. But I played a lot of For Glory. I had a pretty good win rate. It was above 70%. Like, I played quite a lot of For Glory, and I was pretty good. You know, but like For Glory was full of like bad players. I'm not saying that that's like super impressive, but it shows that it wasn't nothing, right? It wasn't nothing. And I mained Sheik and Diddy. You can guess why. I did all the like perfect pivots and stuff. I'm not hitting them here, but I was genuinely skilled at the tech in this game, because like what else do you practice, right? I didn't really have a good concept of like neutral or VOD review, and let's be honest, VOD review would not have helped on For Glory anyway. I played with Amiibo a ton. I genuinely had over 3,000 hours in this game across Wii U and 3DS, and that's the most of any Smash game. Melee might be getting up there. There's no way for me to track my hours though, so I really don't know. But I do believe that Melee might be getting up to that number. But seriously, I put so many hours into Smash 4, a completely ridiculous amount, even compared to the games that I'm still playing. They can't compete with the sheer amount of numbers that I were putting into this game at the peak. I was playing this game basically every day. I mean, genuinely every day. And then, like, when I wasn't at home playing it on my Wii U, I was somewhere else playing it on my 3DS. I played tons of Smash Run. I really liked playing single player. I really liked, you know, kind of experimenting in training mode. So when I was on my 3DS, I would either play Smash Run, try to unlock all the custom moves, which genuinely, with all those hours, still don't think I actually did. I got damn close, though. I definitely got all the ones I wanted. Oh, I'm dead. And I remember labbing, I remember experimenting in training mode, trying to find stuff, and I don't think I ever really... But, like, it makes you better at the game, right? Even if it's not necessarily, like, something you find that's like, super applicable. It makes you better at the game to, like, know more about your characters and just mechanics in general, so... I mean, still worth it. And I was hitting perfect pivots. Like, I'm less good at it now, I'm still hitting them. But when I was playing this game a lot, I used to perfect pivot all the time. If you go back to the first video on my channel, World's Worst Little Mac, you'll see me hit some perfect pivots in that. There's a clip where I'm like playing Marth, and the Little Mac just like SDs or whatever. And then I just start perfect pivoting like in place, which is kind of funny. You know, swag on them. But this game was like a huge thing for me, because this was when I started like learning about like the Smash community and stuff. So we had like, you know, I watched the Smash documentary, the Smash Brothers. I watched, you know, like YouTubers. I watched top players. I was following tournaments and stuff. I watched EVO. I remember EVO 2015 so well, so distinctly. I believe, or maybe it was 2016. I remember whichever one where... oh god, maybe I don't remember it as distinctly as I thought. There was a Mega Man player. For some reason, I can't remember his name, and he got like second, and I was like really wanting him to win, because I just thought it was cool that like, oh, we're seeing Mega Man at like a top level. That's really cool. But I can't remember the player. But I feel like that must have been 2015, because in 2016 that would have been like Bayonetta territory. But maybe I'm wrong, because 2015 would have been the first one, so it must have been. Yeah, I mean, it must have been 2016, because the first one was a different bracket entirely. But they had customs legal at the first Evo. That was a lot. But yeah, I remember like watching brackets for this game, watching YouTubers, Introspective, Alpharad. Who else was YouTubing around then? You know, various like top players, because obviously you had like Esam and like stuff making content, but I swear there were other just like YouTubers, but I can't remember them. But yeah, this was like my first kind of foray into Smash as a community rather than Smash as like I guess just like another game, that I enjoyed. And this game was when it became like a, you know, being good at Smash is something that I care about and like want to put effort into. At this point, I'm kind of in the place where like I care less about that than I did when I was playing Smash 4, but this was my first kind of interaction with like improvement and enjoyment of a game on a level, I guess, beyond just the game's fun to play. How can I get more value out of the game by you know, trying to master it, and that's really fun. That is really fun, and today lives on. And oh my god, this Nair, look at this Nair. That's so fucked up. Look at this down air. Full hop down air auto cancels. So you would just like, if you were playing Cloud, you would just like, well, not on the platform, but just like around the platform, you could just do these down airs, and it's like, what are you meant to do about this? Because that's active the entire time as well. It's like, well, not like right at the bottom, but like the entire way up, and like a little bit when it's falling. That's active. This back air is ridiculous. I love this character. I never played Cloud, but he's just like, so he's overpowered in a way that is like really fun. You can get limit and just keep it. You don't have to give up limit ever. You can just hold on to this, and it's awesome. his up air, you would just die to that. You would just get juggled. Juggling was way bigger of a thing in this game than most Smash games because some characters could just not get out of the loop. Like, some characters were way too good at juggling that, like, if you were playing a bad character and, like, towards the end of the game's life, I did play some bad characters. Because I switched to Jigglypuff, and Jigglypuff's terrible. Because when Bayonetta started becoming, like, more prevalent, I was like, oh, I don't really care about this anymore. Like, I think the game was at its best when Corrin just came out. Because I didn't mind Corrin. Corrin was a really, really good character who probably needed some nerfs, but was, like, otherwise fine. Cloud was a step in the wrong direction, and Bayonetta was just ridiculous, right? So I think the game was at its best, like, when Corrin just came out. A Story for Glory. Remember that? That was the best Alpharad series ever. Better than Endless, Mario Maker. Better than... I don't know, what else did Alpharad make in, like, a series? I can't remember. In my mind, it's just Endless Easy and, like, A Story for Glory. I guess Squid Stuff, but Squid Stuff isn't even that good. I guess How to Play is kind of a series, but yeah, no, A Story for Glory was so good. Mad Dog. I remember the episode, I think it was the episode Corrin came out. Alpha did this bit where he would just go online and as Corrin, just like AFK, and then as soon as they like charged up a smash attack, you would counter, and Corrin's counter was so ridiculous at launch. I don't know if they fixed it, but it was so ridiculous at launch that oftentimes they would just die at like 0. I remember this was the game that had like extremely over the top rage and stuff, so there were way more interactions like that than the game probably needed. Rage was very funny in this game. I find Rage, you know, as a mechanic, Rage is better. I can't believe I've lost every single fight, by the way. Rage is better as an all or nothing mechanic. You know, you either have no rage like in Melee or all rage like in this game, but 1.15 rage or whatever they have in Ultimate, it's like, it's enough that it's annoying, but not enough that like it creates the silly moments that this game had, because this game had some very silly moments with rage. I mean, I don't think I have any custom set for any. I don't think I have any unlocked. I've not really played on this Wii U much. I'll give Bayonetta a whirl. How about I'll give Bayonetta a whirl. What's a good like tournament legal stage? I guess Smashville? Is Smashville in? I know Town and City. Miiverse doesn't work anymore. Miiverse doesn't work. They discontinued Miiverse. I don't know if like nothing shows up or if they have some like default things that show up, but during its peak, Miiverse was hilarious. I used to use Miiverse instead of Battlefield when I was playing with my friends, just because like the background is so funny. Because we would mostly play on like the tournament legal stages, and then like instead of Battlefield, we would always pick this one. And you got some really funny Miiverses, some really weird Miiverses, and some, you know, confessionals. Miiverse was really the Wild West of Smash 4. I don't know Bayonetta stuff, so I can't really make anything into a kill, but I do remember doing before the patch, because I think they made it worse. I do remember doing the like 1-2 with forward air. That thing, you could I don't know if they nerfed it or not, but like you could carry people off stage with that and they would just like die. I don't think it was inescapable, but a lot of people wouldn't escape it. You know, like for Glory players, we're not, you know, coming with the best counterplay or anything, so. Oh, big up smash. I was going for an up tilt there. But yeah, we got perfect pivots. Perfect pivot's such a sick mechanic. I mean, it's just like empty pivot from Melee. It's not much different from empty pivot in Melee, other than the fact that you get a little slide with it. Because you come to a full stop when you empty pivot in Melee. In this game, you kind of slide with perfect pivots. If I made a plat fighter, perfect pivot would be in. I don't know what the rest of the game would look like. Perfect pivot would be in. Wave dash would be in. I think wave dash is too good of a mechanic to not have. I will say, as far as fighters that don't have wave dash, Brawl Minus does it pretty well. And I don't think that game would benefit from having wave dash unless it had it from the start. But I think if you drop it in now with the way the game is, it would not improve the game. Because they've given like a bunch of character specific mechanics for movement. So wave dashing feels like it would be, I mean, still good across the board, a good mechanic, but it feels like it would kind of homogenize the cast in a way that isn't really appropriate for that game. But this is the Smash 4 video. Let's talk about Smash 4. I don't know how to turn this into a kill. I mean, 184, Nair doesn't kill. I bet those bullets would have. Which time? Oh. Which time is it? Wow, it's 11 PM actually. I got a bit distracted and I didn't record until late. But it's good because it's like the end of the year, so I've got a bunch of like cool games left to play that I can just pop in at any time. I didn't want to do Smash 4 too early because it's like, oh, you know, let's save some good stuff for the end of the year. And now I've actually ended up in a position where I don't have enough days left to play all the games that I avoided playing for the rest of the year, which is kind of ironic. I don't feel bad about it at all. I think it's just funny how it ended up working out. It was a lot more convenient for me to record other videos. Like, Smash 4 is not an easy video to record. I had to, like, you know, go find a Wii U. I mean, I have a Wii U. But in theory, find a Wii U if I didn't already have one. And this is not the Wii U. This is not my childhood Wii U that I played Smash 4 on. I got this Wii U specifically for Smash after, I guess, I don't know what my parents did with my last Wii U, but I bought this one specifically for Smash. I brought it to one event and then never did again. So I think in 2025 I'm gonna have to bring this to another event because people want to play the game, right? People do want to play Smash 4, so I might do that at the next local. Bring this game because I think that would be cool. Can I hit a spike? That would be a cool way to end the fight. Knockback feels so weird though compared to like playing Ultimate, because this game resembles Ultimate quite a lot. The knockback in this game is so different. Alright, I'm going for a spike. I fucked it. GG's. Oh my god, it still has the LRA start thing. That's something I miss from Ultimate, is the camera being like very slightly different. When you pause, there's an actual menu that pops up. I know it doesn't matter, but I don't know. I miss the way it works in this game. Alright, so I will do one more battle and then we'll call it there because I need to have time to upload this. But who are we gonna battle with? I feel like it's gotta be a Smash 4 newcomer. I'm going with Shulk. I really like Shulk. When I during this game's life cycle, I played and finished. Actually, it might have been before the game came out that I started it, but during this game's life cycle, I finished Xenoblade. That game's very good. That game is very good, and I'm glad Shulk's in this game. He was, at the time, I was just like, oh, that's the guy from Xenoblade. But now I actually I like this guy. He's a funny guy. I mean, the funny thing is, like, a lot of characters have they have their real incarnation and then their Smash incarnation, which is slightly different. And there are some characters that have a life unto their own within Smash. I would describe Captain Falcon and Jigglypuff as being Smash characters, because as they appear in this game, they are more well known for that. I mean, I'm not saying Jigglypuff is more well known from Smash than from Pokemon. I think that would be a silly thing to say. What I am saying is, I think as a Pokemon with an identity, right? Like Pikachu is Ash's Pikachu, not the Smash Brothers Pikachu. But if you compare like anime Pikachu to Smash Pikachu, I think more people will think of the Smash Jigglypuff first. But maybe I'm, you know, maybe I'm wrong. But it certainly, in my mind, it's that way. Shulk, though, despite many Smash fans having never played the original Xenoblade at the time when he was added to Smash 4, that number has changed significantly because of Definitive Edition being on Switch. I think a lot more people have played this game now. But at the time, despite all of that, his characterization by fans is basically identical, which is that he's just this silly, like, guy, and he says, "I'm really feeling it." And he says it's Shulk time, which he doesn't say in the original game. Of course, that's a reference to it's Rhine time, but, you know, you can't have them all. Can't have them all. I'm getting absolutely destroyed by Olimar here. Let's go to Buzz. You know, Perfect Pivot is very cool. I don't like slingshotting. I don't think it lives up to the hype. I mean, not that I don't like it as in, like, I wish it wasn't in the game. It's whatever. It's kind of just turning around and jumping. So I don't like, care about it very much. Perfect Pivoting, you know, that almost had an identity as strong as the Wave Dash, right? Within the community. Obviously, the Wave Dash has kind of, like, excelled its popularity and kind of gotten out of the Smash sphere, but, like, within the Smash community, Perfect Pivoting was this game's Wave Dash, right? It doesn't feel like that's the same way for Slingshot. That doesn't feel like it has nearly the same ubiquitousness as Wave Dash, but within this game, I would describe Perfect Pivoting as having about that kind of, like, application and allure. Obviously, it's not quite as applicable as Wave Dashing, but there are a lot, you know, fewer complexities to this game compared to Melee that, as a percentage of the total situations in the game, it might it might actually have, like, the same prevalence among gameplay situations. But that's, like, a completely immeasurable thing, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But I guess, you know, Slingshot, if you want to simplify it to its bare bones, Slingshot being RAR, I actually like RAR as game mechanic more than Perfect Pivoting. For as cool as Perfect Pivoting is, RAR just opens up so many new cool things. Although, not having RAR in certain games is also interesting, because that opens up the, like, how do you get that back air, right? It becomes more difficult. So I do think that's cool.